Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading. We're jumping right in. I hope you guys are doing well. This is for the first week of August. Let's see what we have for Aquarius for the first week of August, please. I just posted your August monthly reading not that long ago, so let's see if the message is similar. Okay, there's a lot of people here. I'll say that to start off. Aquarius, your biggest challenge this first week of August is the Queen of Cups. What does this mean? The Queen of Cups as your biggest challenge could be talking about allowing your feelings to deepen or to stew in some type of way. That could be towards love, it could be away from love. Either way, it talks about just deepening your feelings, following your heart, making heart over head decisions. And I don't know why that would be challenging for you, but we're going to find out. We're going to clarify everything. I'm going to go over all of this first, and then we're going to clarify. So, in the recent past, you have the Ten of Cups. In the recent past, you were in a committed, long-term relationship, and you were happy. You guys had everything that you needed, including each other. This is somebody who you see as family. This is somebody who you have been very committed to in the past. In the present moment, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands in the present is like you just want to have fun. You just want to follow your passions. You want to have a good time. It's not the most consistent energy. It's a little chaotic, but nevertheless, that's what's going on right now. And then in the immediate future, it's really interesting because you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you go from the Knight of Wands, which is a very fast, fun, flirty energy, to very stable, grounded, slow energy. I'm curious to see how that bridge happens. For the person on your mind for this first week of August, you have the Six of Wands. This is somebody who's feeling pretty good about themselves. This is somebody who feels seen by you. This is somebody who feels like they're getting the recognition that they deserve. And this is also somebody who feels like maybe they've won here in some type of way. What you don't see coming, from the bottom of the deck, you have the Emperor. Now, not seeing the Emperor coming could mean a lot of things. The one that stands out to me here right now is that you possibly have built some type of boundaries around your heart, which is why the Queen of Cups is your challenge. And it's like you don't see it coming. You don't even realize that you've done it. And then something happens this week that gets you to kind of realize, oh, I've like built a wall around myself, or oh, I'm protecting myself here, but I don't need to. There's no need for me to protect myself. I can drop these walls a little bit. So, Aquarius, let's clarify the Queen of Cups for your biggest challenge this week. Queen of Cups is clarified with the Two of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Five of Wands. So you have Sagittarius energy here. Okay. It looks like you're trying to make a decision here. You are trying to make a heart over head decision. I think actually why it's so challenging is because you keep going back and forth between like wanting to lead with your heart and feeling like that's not a good idea. Temperance is here. Temperance is very equilibriumed. Temperance talks about healing. Temperance talks about staying grounded. Temperance talks about balancing your decision. So it's like, I want to make a heart over head decision. I want to lead with my heart, but I also need to check in with my body. I also need to check in with my mind. And you're having this push and pull dynamic happening within you. This is all very internal. That's like, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Is this a good decision? Is this a bad decision? And that's what the Two of Pentacles is here. Also, it's like you're juggling, you're going back and forth constantly, just like, what, I don't know how to make this decision. I know, it's almost like you know what the end is, like you know which decision you want to make, but you're caught up in, am I making it the correct way? I hope that makes sense. Let's take a look at the 10 of Cups in your recent past. You get the 7 of Wands, the Empress, and the 6 of Swords. It looks like in the past, you had to make another decision. Nothing but decisions for you, Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries. I almost called you Aries, Aquarius. In the recent past, in this relationship, you had to put your foot down about something. You had to, you came to some conclusion, you put your foot down, you stood your ground, you didn't back down, you said no to something, and it created a sense that whatever the conflict was here, it got you to a better place. It got you to a calmer place. It released a lot of tension within your relationship. One of you could have left for a while. You have the 6 of Swords. That's moving on to calmer waters, to get to a better place, to avoid the turmoil. Sorry, this table's crooked, it's driving me crazy. But regardless, I can still see, no matter what happened here with the Empress, there's so much love here in this relationship still. The Empress really is just like the end-all be-all when it comes to partnership. It's somebody that you really care for and somebody who really cares for you, and it's also, it can also be about self-care. This could have been something where you're like, I need to take care of myself, and I feel like I'm caretaking somebody else, so I have to kind of like separate myself from that. But regardless, I do still see that there's a lot of love here in the recent past. In the current situation, let's clarify the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can be a little inconsistent, a little hot and cold. That's clarified with the Page of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, this is about this 10 of Cups still. This is about your relationship from the recent past. It looks like somebody, I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's your person, somebody was getting a little bit antsy. They were feeling like they needed to explore other options, perhaps. If it's not other people, it could just be like projects or hobbies or social circles, but it's kind of like, I'm getting a little too stuck here. I need to free myself in some type of way. And I don't see it as actually being very intentional. I feel like it was kind of like pent up anxiety, or just a feeling of like, I need to unstick myself, that led to a little bit of inconsistent hot and cold, in and out, like I said, energy entering into this partnership, which created a trust issue. The 7 of Swords is somebody doesn't trust somebody here. You both might not trust each other, but it does look like it's within the domestic situation, and it created a rift, a rupture, when it came to your feelings of belonging together. Like previously, in the past, the two of you were each other's person, and there was like no doubt about it. And now in the present moment, it's like, oh, I am their person, but they also have other people that are also their person. you know what I'm saying. It just seems like there's been a big break in trust here within the domestic house. Whether that means you guys live together or not, it's just, like within your relationship home life. So let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles for what is coming at you this week. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I feel like whatever's happened here recently, it's led to the two of you being separated. The Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles is really just like you guys have gone your separate ways and you're not communicating really, and you're taking care of yourselves individually, separately. And it kind of seems like you feel like you're happier this way, or you feel like this is a better spot for you to be in. I don't really see you, I mean, there's nobody else here, it's just you. I do see you kind of like looking out, like over the fence that you've built around you to protect you from something. I do see you kind of looking out and wondering, like, where's my Empress? Where did they go? Are they okay? I can still see that there's a lot of care here still. But there is a lot of self-focus as well. Let's look at the Six of Wands for the person on your mind. So the person on your mind, I mean, I think that they feel like they came out on top a little bit due to this. Let's clarify. You have the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, here's what I think. This person has two of the fastest cards in the deck. That tells me that they are rapidly, very rapidly trying to do something here. And that is to get to this place of feeling victorious. They are very rapidly trying to win you back, win you over, let you know that you're admired, let you know that they have a lot of pride being with you, that you have the Lovers here with, yeah, the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. It could be that they're kind of racing back to you and saying like, please take me back. It could be that they are just very antsy to reestablish this Ten of Cups from the recent past. You see yourself as single and happy. They see themselves with you and happy. So this challenge in the very beginning where you're trying to make a heart over head decision or being challenged to make a heart over head decision, either way, it doesn't matter which one you choose. There's happiness on both sides. So that's the good news for you. Maybe not so much this other person, but yeah, it's like you know that. You know that you're going to be good either way, and you're really trying to weigh the pros and cons of like, should I be on my own? Should I give this another go? It made me very happy at one point. Why wouldn't it make me very happy again? Because there's been trust broken. Can that be repaired? Can that rupture be repaired? It seems like your person believes that it can. And it seems like it wasn't broken to the extent where you're not happy either way. So yeah, I see your dilemma. I see your dilemma of like, I don't know which one to choose. They both seem good, they both seem bad, they both seem whatever. I'm gonna be fine either way, so maybe I'll just sit back and see what happens. But what you don't see coming is the Emperor. So the Emperor has built the walls around him, has his armor on even when he's like sitting back, kicking back, but he also is very decisive. And when I say he, it could be any gender, it's not important. They're very decisive, they're very assertive, they make decisions quick, they don't get other people's advice, they really take matters into their own hands, and they bring chaos into order. And they also look out for the underdog. So like, if somebody's being taken advantage of, if somebody has been left out in the cold and needs help, the Emperor will take care of that. You have the Emperor and the Empress here. It's a very powerful duo. Let's clarify the Emperor for what you don't see coming. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this emperor here has been very influenced by the Empress. This emperor here has really softened and is not your typical like dictator, my way or the highway type of energy. They've really softened, and they see that it's also very powerful to be vulnerable. It's also very powerful to care for others. And I think that, you know, what you don't see coming is how much care you still feel for this other person, despite the trust that's been broken or despite whatever's happened here. It seems like you maybe believed that you could just like turn your feelings off, or that after enough time passes, like you'll just move on, or you know, whatever you thought as this emperor here of like, I'm the shit, nothing's gonna phase me, I phase others. I think what you don't see coming is that tenderness that you have for this relationship and for this other person that could possibly come creeping in and really make you assess the value of not only this other person in this relationship, but the value of your own heart and the value of what it is to make a heart over head decision, what it is to feel when you've established all these boundaries around your heart. Is it worth it? Or is love gonna conquer the day, I guess? So, Aquarius, interesting reading here. I hope it resonated. I hope it was helpful. And I'll see you next time. Bye.